Here's how to get paid a lot of money to find and solve $1 million problems using AI. So I just spun up a new offer a few weeks ago in the real estate space, and it's a new service where we help people get their first rental property or a portfolio of rental properties, and it is a turnkey service, meaning we find the deal, we hook you up with our team, we place a tenant, everything until you're collecting rent checks. So I'm going to share exactly how I launched that service and how I'm using AI to help me fulfill on it. And so this on the screen here, this is a client that just came on today, a new client. We're at 7 people now. And so this is a $5,000 to $6,500 offer depending on when you signed up. And the way that I launched this was by first being in the industry. So I've been in real estate for the past 2.5 years, building my own portfolio, buying rental properties, fixing them up, vetting suppliers and contractors and other types of vendors. And so I know the pain points of this industry, and I spent some time in this industry myself, and I'm still in this industry. So the way that I identified a painful problem is I just have personal experience and have spent years in doing it myself. This is the best way to identify the problems because you have experienced it yourself. So I was able to experience these problems on my own. And now that I have a team built up and I have a process that works, I have 18 properties now that I went through this process that I'm now selling as a service. I spun up a service offering to solve this problem for the people who want to become investors as well. So the problem is, in this particular offer, is real estate investing is an attractive thought, right? A lot of people want to invest in real estate because it's proven, and everyone knows that real estate has created many, many millionaires, if not the most out of any industry. So a lot of people want to break into real estate, but it can be intimidating, can be scary. You can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing, especially if you're doing it remotely, which is what I've done. I've never seen any of my properties in person. So the problem is people want to get into real estate, but it is risky, especially if you're doing it remotely. They don't know who to trust and they don't know the right process in order to get started. So there's a lot of people out there selling courses and coaching programs on how to get started in real estate. But another problem, another layer on top of that is a coaching program or a course isn't going to solve a lot of the problems and a lot of the risks that you're going to run into when you get into real estate. So this service offering takes away a lot of the risk that people typically go through when they get into real estate. So I hook you up, I send you the deal, I hook you up with my team, everything from closing on the property to collecting rent. Okay, so I take you all the way through until you're collecting rent checks. Now, this would have been impossible to fulfill on before. And that's my moat, which is I've already spent the time, I've made the mistakes, I've wasted the money building up my team, and now I have the right people. So I've taken away the risk, and now what I have to do is I just have to help people follow the same path that I did. I hook them up with my team, I find the property. So I take a lot of the risk away from people wanting to get into this. Now, in order for me to fulfill on this, if I had to do this without AI and without technology, then it would be pretty much impossible, right? It would just be a lot of work. It would take a lot of time. But since I have the human power, which is my team on the ground, and AI, I can now fulfill a lot faster and at a higher quality. So what I mean by this, use AI plus human power, is I have, let's just say I have my moat is my vetted team, which is the human power. AI helps to speed up implementation. Okay, so AI just helps us to deliver this service 10, if not 100 times faster. Now, the way that we use AI is not to just create tools and just give it to our customers. I guess that's one way we can use it. But the way that I like to use AI is more of an in-house tool that I use to increase the quality of the result and the quality of the service while shortening and reducing the fulfillment time. To me, this is the revolutionary part of AI, which is we can deliver on a service or a product way faster and we can keep the quality high, right? Before, if you were to take on more clients and take on more work, the quality goes down because there's less attention. But now we have these tools that help us to fulfill and do it with a quality result, keep the quality high. So one of the tools I'm creating, or that I just created, I'll show you it in a second, is there's a problem when it comes to underwriting and finding deals, which is I'm remote. I have to look at a deal and look at the listing and be able to decide how much the rehab budget's going to be so that I know if the deal's going to work out or not. So this could be the difference between buying a really good deal or one that just burns cash in your pocket. So typically what I have to do is I have to send over my contractor to go look at the property. But because I know that AI can help us create tools, then I can create my own tool, a no-code AI tool that can analyze a deal and analyze the potential rehab budget and give me a ballpark estimate. So now what I can do in this case, I have a rehab analyzer tool that estimates the rehab budget and helps us to choose winning deals every time. Okay, this is a huge thing because we want to send good deals to our clients. We don't want to send them a lemon. And once we find the tools and we start to build up this library that helps us to deliver for our clients a lot faster with high quality results, we can refine these tools and repeat the process. So let me just show you an example of this. And by the way, the best way to use AI is to pair it with the service if you don't already know that. So if I go to this tool here, this is a tool, it's a rehab analyzer tool. The way that I created this was I just went to a new chat and I just said, I'm looking to create a rehab analyzer tool for my Prime Door Partners business where we help people to invest in remote Section 8 rental properties. And I want the tool to be able to give me an analysis and a breakdown of the rehab budget by looking at some photos that I'm going to upload and looking at the address. So you can see here, the prompt purchase. It has the steps of exactly what it's supposed to do. And so what I did was I put it in address and I uploaded some photos. Where's the photos? Here we go. So I put up some photos. I just took some screenshots and I pasted it in. And what do we have here? We have a summary. It's breaking down the major areas of a rehab. So you can see it estimates the costs. If we go down, the difficulty level, there's some context as well. And then it gives us a final budget estimate. So you can see here, total estimated budget is $12,000. So then I can take this and in a matter of seconds, I just created a potential budget. I can work this into the numbers and I can decide whether or not with my other calculator tool that I created, whether or not this deal will make sense. Okay. So I have a number of these tools now, but the way that I use it is not by just giving it to my customers or my clients, because most of the time they're new to this stuff. They don't know how to use it. What they really want is the result, which in this case is they want a rental property or they want a portfolio. So I use this in-house to help me analyze deals and decide what to send over to my clients as far as what a good deal is. Okay, so you could see this could save a lot of money. If we don't have this, what I would have to do is pay my contractor $150, $200 to spend his entire day going out to a number of properties to just look at it and give me this same estimate. Now, is this going to be perfect? No, but it at least gives us a ballpark based on the pictures, and it helps us to make better decisions. So this is how you get paid to find and solve million-dollar problems using AI. You identify a painful problem, you spin up a service offering. This is really important. You need to have some kind of service offering. The closer to the Ozempic pill, the closer to done for you, the better. That solves the problem. Then you use AI plus human power to fulfill, and you create these little in-house tools that shorten the time to fulfill while increasing the quality of the result, as you just saw with my example tool here. Okay, so if you want to see more about how to create these tools, like the step-by-step, let me know in the comments. I could put a video up showing exactly the prompts that I use and how I came up with this. But you can apply this to any industry. Okay, you need to know what the problem is, you create the service, and then you can create these tools based on what you need to fulfill. Okay, so I hope this is useful. Let me know in the comments what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video.